Welcome everyone. This is the Insights Current Affairs quiz of 21st September 2022. So I will explain in this analysis about the options that are relevant in a question and why they are relevant to a given question, and the options which are incorrect to a given question and why these options are incorrect. So these two things I will explain. First, relevance of the options. Second, correct or incorrect. So coming to first question, the recent relocation of cheetahs from Namibia to India was the first in the world where a large carnivore was relocated from one continent to another. So there are two aspects to this statement. First is that it is the first time that any species have been transferred from one continent to another. So this is not the first time that some species have been relocated. Before that also many species were located, but what makes this option correct is a large carnivore. So this is really the first time that a large carnivore was relocated from one continent to another. So this makes the option number 1 correct. Now second is the conservation of cheetah will revive grassland forest and its biome and habitat. So first of all, why this option can be correct or incorrect. So first we have to look at how cheetahs can revive the grassland or forest. So you see there are few animals that survive on grassland, and cheetahs are the main predators of those animals that survive on grassland. So when cheetahs will eat, or you can say prey, these animals that rely on the grass, then the grassland and the forest will be protected. So this is the strategy. So this option become correct, that the conservation of cheetah will revive grassland forest and its biome and habitat, because the species that eat grass have been overnumbered, and that is why we have more overgrazed land. Now third option is Shergah Wildlife Sanctuary, which was previously assessed for translocation of Asiatic lion, is located in Madhya Pradesh. So this is not true, because this Shergah Wildlife Sanctuary is not in Madhya Pradesh. So third option is incorrect. We will choose first and second option. Now comes the statement regarding Longhorn festival. So this is a festival that is celebrated in Assam. We will see the statement. First is, it is an annual festival where the farmers pray for a good harvest. So we have seen a photograph in the newspaper that have come, and there it was written that farmers seriously celebrate this festival as a pray for good harvest. They do some serious prayer in order to serious prayer to the god to give them good harvest this year, and celebrated mainly by the Tiva tribal people in the Karbi Angling district of Assam. So both these options are correct. So this question is not of any guess. You have to learn this. If you don't know, then learn this today, that Longhorn festival is celebrated by Tiva tribal in the Karbi Angling district of Assam. So both options are correct. Next comes the third question, which is about PIL. So you know PIL is something that if there is a sufferer that is suffering from some crime or anything like that, then it is not necessary that the person who is a victim have to file case or anything. In fact, other persons that have seen the victim or the sufferer can send a PIL to the Supreme Court from the side of victim. So this is the PIL. Now, original Constitution of India contained the provisions regarding public interest litigation. So this is not true. Constitution does not have anything. Supreme Court have passed this as a jurisdiction. It is not mentioned in constitution. Now second come, a public interest litigation can be filed before both the Supreme Court and High Court under their respective writ jurisdiction. So this is true. Under Article 32, Supreme Court have its writ jurisdiction, and under Article, I think 220, 226 or something, you should confirm that. So under both these articles, they have their respective writ jurisdiction. Now third come, it is a constitutional duty of the courts to accept the application for PIL. So suppose you do not know anything about this option. So how can you guess that? You can guess, you see there is no mention of this PIL on the constitution. So how does it become a constitutional duty of the court? So in this way you can accurately guess that this answer is incorrect. But you have to learn about this PIL as well. So only second option is correct. So our fourth question is about nanotechnology. Nanotechnology based tools to enhance agriculture productivity include what? So first is nanopesticides and nanofertilizers. So this is true because we have seen this in news. In PIB, there was given that in order to reduce the pollution from the pesticides and the fertilizers, such practices will be accumulated in our agriculture system in India. Now second is nanobiostimulants along with soil enhancers. This option is also correct. And third is nanobiotechnology is obviously correct because nanotechnology has its use in biotechnology also. So if you don't know this answer, then you don't have to worry anything. Just learn this today, that nanotechnology is used in nanopesticide, nanofertilizers, nanobiostimulants as a soil enhancer plus nanobiotechnology. So first, second, third options are correct. So now fifth question is about remote sensing. So what is remote? You use remote areas. So what that means? It means that areas that are from a distance from us. So first option is, it is science of obtaining information about objects or areas from a distance. So you see, remote sensing has its relation. So this option is related to the first question, typically from aircraft or satellites. Now it collects data by detecting the reflected energy from the earth. If you do not know about this technology, that you can learn this today, that remote sensing works on this technology. It detects the reflected energy from the earth. Now there are some applications also of this remote sensing, which are hyperspectral imaging, then sonar, and also seismography. These are the common applications. So these are the questions that you cannot guess. There are few questions that you can intelligently guess, or you can relate to some options that are given above, but this question is something that you have to learn. So if you do not know this, then learn. If you do not know some of its options or its application, then learn it today, that remote sensing has its common application on hyperspectral imaging, sonar, as well as seismography. So we will choose all the options for second, third. Now we will submit this and finish the quiz. You see 5 of the 5 questions were answered correctly. So you see 5 of the 5 answers were correct. So I will just check on what was the article number of High Court. So it was 226. So I have checked this. Now next time you come, that means tomorrow, make sure that you do this quiz by yourself first and then come to see this analysis of the quiz.